Hosea chapter 14, verse 1 and 2. So we're going to engage what I call come with the word. Come with the word, or take the word. Take with you, not anything. Take with you what?
Words.
Hey, listen to me very carefully. As I just was thinking, even when I was stepping onto this altar, I pity for you, I pity for myself. And I'm looking at us. I'm looking at you, I'm looking at myself. And I'm saying, what's wrong with me? What's wrong with me? What's wrong with you? So I know what is wrong with us. Just like computer have a way of controlling him. You put a word into the computer, then something will be running inside it. When you put a code into a computer, the code you put will determine what runs inside the computer. We are like a computer, but we are a better and superior computer to any computer in the world. Bigger than any AI in the world. So the Bible says, take with you word. Don't do anything, because you can't. You will never get anywhere. So take with you word. Words are the blueprint of our mind. Word, W-O-R-D. They are the blueprint of our mind. Everything that appear, that look, that was created or going to be created is as a result of a word being formed. So word are the blueprint of our life. They are what I call the commanding code. The command code. The command code of our subconscious mind. So when you put this code in, it relates to all the atmosphere. The code bring out what we call realities. And so this is the system of the book of the Bible. For example, if I went somewhere and I pretend to be a doctor, and I see somebody and I introduce myself to that person that as a medical doctor, he doesn't know me. And I say, look, the way I see your eyes, there is meningitis. Is anything like that? There's meningitis. And by my profession, if you don't take this and that, you have 30 days to go. So I say, word are command code. When they are released, their energy, their force, that when they are released and it hit anybody, they send a message to your brain, and every wire in your body begin to react. You are not sick, there's nothing wrong with you, but you have met somebody who's told you, and the person is talking with authority. There is a force behind his word. That person might not survive it if he didn't do what I asked him to do. Remember, I'm not a doctor. That is what is called word. Word are not just mere sound. They are instruction that when they go into your system, because of the nature and their code, they regulate your body and regulate your life. So when you look from the beginning of the Bible, my people don't pay attention to me. That's the problem. They've made up their mind how to read the Bible. They've made up their mind how to see the Bible even without asking me, the author, to show them the Bible. Until your eyes is open, there are things you can see in the Bible. Even from the first book of the Bible, God understands these things. He put all this system in place for you to help you, because you know what you are going to pass through. It is the beginning and the end. So therefore, in the beginning of the Bible, it starts with problem. The beginning of the Bible starts with problem. So whatever you think you are going through as a problem, the technology to use is already there. You are not just studying the Bible where you are studying your book. You are not approaching the Bible with all your heart, with all your mind. You are a religious person. And so that religion has taken you away from God. You are not seeing God at all. You have a mindset that has been formed. And until that mindset is changed, you find that you keep struggling. So he said, come with word. In the book of Genesis chapter 1, the Bible says God created the heaven and the earth. So God never talked about heaven. So he talked about the earth, where he's going to put man. Are you not surprised? So he talked about the earth, where he's going to put man. And he said the earth has problem. The earth. So he know you are going to live here. He know what you are going to, your life. So he give you a system. There was a system in place on how to get things done in this place. So he said the earth was void and formless. That's trouble there. Was formless and void. When they say something is void, that means you can't use it. Am I right? What you are passing through, what you experience is not up to what I just showed you now. And God show you the system, how to change this thing, that you can change it. There is nothing in this world that you cannot change. And the Bible says, and the Spirit of God move. Has your spirit been moved before? Has your spirit been moved? How do you move your spirit? The Bible says, and the Spirit of God moved. It showed you that everything was formless, everything was void. Then the next thing say, the Spirit of God moved. You have to understand this system that God put in place. The Spirit of God move. How do you move? How does the Spirit of God move? Now, watch this now. Sister Princess, stand up. Don't you see how beautiful and gorgeous you look like? You know, now, if you have something to shake his spirit now, you find that if she was angry before, something just changed in her spirit. Now, if I want to get anything into her now, that was the right time to do it. And the Spirit of God moves. You can't take care of this problem if your spirit does not move. You can't move anything if your spirit does not move. Remember, he told you clearly, it is the spirit that quickness. You are in place of prayer, your spirit is not moving. You can pray. It doesn't matter how many of you join hands together. It is not by the flesh, it is by the spirit, says the Lord. So number one thing that must happen to you is the spirit. Because this thing is operation of the spirit. It's not the hardware, it's the software. And the software is the spirit. Many times, most of you, your spirit are too down all day. All your meditation, all your thinking has make your spirit down. How do you want to get things done? How do you want to get things done? So you are struggling, applying, doing all manner of things. But the spirit, the Bible make it clear, it is the spirit that performs the work. So you got to understand this thing. So as soon as the spirit moves, God released the code. So as soon as the spirit moves, then you put on the code. You release the code. I've told you, the word is the commanding code. The word is the commanding code. It's a code. What are code? It doesn't matter whatever they call it. Doctor can call it any sickness. But if I can get there. I remember one day, follow me. We went to Shady Grove. They said one woman is sick in our former church. Went there. All the people were gathering and now bringing food and bringing this thing and joining hand. I told him, let's stay here, let them do their own. At that time, I was walking in my spirit. I didn't come to do prayer warrior. I was walking in my spirit. And as soon as they say, oh, Pastor, please do. I said, no. And then I stepped in. As the spirit moved, do you want to go home? He said, yes, sir. I said, now watch. Then I contact the Holy Ghost and he tell me what to do. And just do 5 minutes, we're already gone. Later in that evening, the husband called me. Pastor Shola, my respect has changed for you. I said, for what? He said, no, is your wife home? He said, no, they would say. I said, when you get home, that's when you call me. Not if somebody is still hospital. Call me when you are home. You need to be home tomorrow. Now remember, I'm not a doctor. What am I doing in the hospital? Without no certificate. The government can arrest somebody with that. Practicing with a license. Are you getting me now? But I didn't give you anything to drink. Yeah, I didn't give you anything to drink. So they can't arrest me for anything. The spirit move. We got to understand God. My people are destroyed for lack of knowledge. I'm doing all I can do because you don't really have a problem. All you need is just a flip like this. What you see today, you will never see them anymore again. This picture you are seeing that is making you weak and making you this and that, you won't see it again. You will be thinking, am I seeing it? What happened? You know, sometimes that's where I ask myself, I say, what happened? What happened? You have not grown taller and you are still the same. What changed? What changed in us here? So the spirit is number one thing that must move. Then, when the spirit moves, you release the code. Thank God for computer, but the most super computer is our mind. Super computer is a supernatural computer that cannot be compared to anything in this world. And that computer is where your life is being regulated. So God teaches us. And if you begin to read that Genesis chapter 1, maybe by the time you get to verse 3, as soon as the spirit moves, then God begins to release the code. Let there be. And there was. It's a code. If the computer we are using now can work, why would you think this supercomputer will not work? The problem is that we don't know how this computer works. And so all manner of things are going into their computer. and it's affecting our life. All manner of things are going to that computer. It's affecting our life. So come with word. Now, this supercomputer work with word. You know the computer in AI, are they not working with word? They are working with coded word. Where do you think this guy steal all this thing from? From your book that you are carrying. Some of you have 3 Bibles in the house. These are coded word. When you know how to release to the center will send a signal. Maybe you say, in the next 6 months, I'm buying my own mansion and I'm paying it off. So now what I just do, I send a message to the center. Now the center will now search the satellite and get where the house is. Then you say, how can pastor buy a house? That pastor? You don't what? No. Are you talking about Pastor Shola? You know, I remember those days when I was in Abuja. Because I'm a miracle now. Then when I was in Abuja. So one day, they just, they do all this thing. They said there is one job in Dubai and this thing. I just managed to apply because I didn't, how can I be thinking of going to Dubai when I don't know any embassy? I've never seen embassy in my life. I've never gone near any embassy in my life. They give me the job, and the van that's going to take us to the airport is coming in another 2 hours or 3 hours. So I went back home to go and pick my stuff. And then they were, Carly was telling them, say, Fab is going abroad. They say, which Fab? They say, Fab or Benga. They say, Fab. Those ladies say, Fab or Tunji. Yeah, how can Fab go? Where is he going? Fab? Fab is traveling abroad. So they are just asking you. They mention about 3 or 4 people's name to be sure, but maybe you are confused. The guy said, no, he's going today. Then I was smiling. I said, yes, Fab is going. Then I roll out my suitcase. We get into the Sheraton staff bus. We land in Sheraton. And then before you know, I crossed my department, crossed everywhere. I went to the lobby. Camera was there in the NTA where, oh my God. Fab? But Fab has done something before that day. Fab has picked a dry bone on a piece of paper. Fab has seen Baltimore from Yanya because they told me that there were people from Akure are so many in Baltimore that even they are speaking the language in Baltimore. They said if you go to Baltimore, they said they are speaking Akure in Baltimore. But since I came here, I've been to Baltimore, I've never seen them. So of course, I saw the picture in my mind. And then I begin to shake those guys away. That's Akure. So I was speaking to them in Baltimore, but from Yanya. That's why when you ask me what is my insurance is I cannot be sick. You say, but Pastor, why are you taking so much risk? I've been taking risk for a long time. And you get me now. If you're not ready to lose your life, you cannot get it. This guy will follow God to the end forever. If we follow God to the end, this guy, you are saying it today, to the end. So those guys will say, is he Fab? Today they just look and say, they say you are a miracle. I am. I remember mommy told me one story. He said, when you were a child like this, you will run to grandma and told him, Mama, I'm going to buy you a car. I'm going to build you a house. I was like this. I'm going to buy you a car. I'm going to build you a house. And about 10 of us are living in one room. So how do you want to do? But this guy has been coming a long way. I released the code that day. I was a baby. Today I have a house. Not in Akure, but in America. Listen to me. I'm trying to show you God. Stop this struggling. The way you are following is a hard way. It's not the way of God. It's a hard way, man. If I can speak to Sister Princess and all the system change, then it's me. If I pray for her, the system will change. That's it. You got to just take this thing there, take it, make it simple. Don't be hard like Pharaoh. Don't be hard. Don't complicate it. Everything you see in the Bible, everything, this is the process of God. This is the process of heaven. So when God now creates man, because we are the supercomputer. Are you getting me now? We're the supercomputer. So he told that computer have dominion over the water. That means with this computer, you can do anything with water. Then he speaks to that computer too. He was speaking to our heart. Have dominion over the air. So that's why there is no wish that fly in the air that can terrorize me. Because I have dominion over the air. I'll bring you down. I'll finish you. I'm telling you, it's easily. You'll be done before you know. Have dominion over the earth. It downloaded everything into the computer, into the super center computer. So you can't blame God for anything. You just need to learn the system. You need to learn the system. That's why I say my people are destroyed for lack of knowledge. Glory be to God. When you know how to use the word, you will change some component in your body. With word, you can plant something that is not there in your body when you know how to use the word. You can frame and reframe your life. The way I was growing up, I don't think the destiny they have for me at that time, I don't think I was supposed to pass Akure area in my life. I don't think so. Because 90% of those people that we grew up together, some of them are still in Akure up to today. Those who are alive among them. So there was nothing, an advantage that I have over all the people that I grew up with. The only advantage is that I find God and I find this wisdom. That it doesn't matter wherever I am. We were in Dubai, they fired us, give us 21 days, 25 days, and I went to go and sleep. How can you go and sleep with 21 days or 25 days? And when they ask you, Fab, are you okay? When we ask you, Fab, okay? I say, yeah, I'm okay. You are really sure you are okay, this man? I say, yeah, I'm okay. He said, but they pity you guys to give you this. They're not supposed to do it. They're your sponsor. They don't need you. They tell you to go back. They can't tell me to go back. I say, where I'm going is very far. So I speak the word. It was a coded language to Kunle. He didn't understand what it means. I said, where I'm going is far. He said, but Fab, Nigeria is far. I said, but I'm not going to Nigeria. Yeah, but where I'm going is far than Nigeria. And suddenly, he heard that, that I've got my visa going to USA. How did you didn't go back to your country. How will you get visa in Dubai? Nobody has ever done it before. I said, well, that's the way it works. You can redesign your life. You can redesign your life. When you sit down with the church, you say, okay, this is how I want the house to be. I want the bathroom to be like this. He said, but we don't. He said, look at the picture I'm showing you. I want the bathroom to be like this. You can't with word. You can redesign your life. You can redesign your destiny. If your life is in one way, you can alter it by going to the operating system. You can alter it by going to the operating system. Mary said, how can this be? I am a virgin and I don't know any man. The angel said, well, I just released the commanding code. The commanding code has been released and it doesn't return back void until it has performed its function. The lady said, I don't understand what you say, but okay, let it be to me according to your word. It's a command. When the command code is like a seed, when it goes into the ground, you can't do anything about it. From the moment he entered that place, the work has started. From the moment he entered into the ground, the miracle has started. Let's quickly look at Matthew chapter 16. What I want to show you is the same process that the Bible, on what Bible stand, on what the word stand, on what your life stand. You got to learn this system and know how to apply it in your life. Let's start from verse 15.
He said unto them,
yes,
but whom say ye that I am?
Yes.
And Simon Peter answered and said, Thou art the Christ,
yes,
the Son of the living God.
Yeah.
And Jesus answered and said unto him, Blessed art thou, Simon Bar-Jonah.
That's right.
For flesh and blood hath not revealed it unto thee.
Are you hearing that now? So there are some things you can't know except the Spirit reveal it to you. These are not just mere letter reading. These are coded system. The way Christians just think is an English word reading. No, it's a coded. I don't know why those who do research don't do research on these things. Can't you guys do research on this and say, God, I want to do research on this thing? There are code here. There are code. These are coded words. Those of you that do research, you don't do this kind of research. Okay, maybe I need to go into research so I can know what you guys do. Look at what's it. Read on, my brother.
But my Father, which is in heaven.
Which is in heaven.
And I say also unto thee,
yes,
thou art Peter.
That's right.
And upon this rock I will build my church.
Yes.
And the gates of hell shall not prevail against it.
Okay.
And I'll give unto thee the keys of the kingdom
Yes.
of heaven.
Go ahead.
And whatsoever thou shalt bind on earth shall be bound in heaven.
Do you really understand? Because this thing, church people quote it very well. I will give to you the key of where? Okay. You have read this thing many times. What does it mean? Authority. I will give you the key of the kingdom of heaven. The key of the kingdom of heaven. Heaven is there. You have never been to heaven before. How do you know the key? So you're just guessing, or you're just trying to read the statement and come out with something? This is that thing we need to research. Because if he said he's going to give us key of the kingdom of heaven, and then you have the key. They said they fear somebody, they will fear you. They will fear you. Because he said he will give you the key of the kingdom of heaven. Whatsoever you lock in this earth will be locked. That means if you lock the air that everybody used to breathe in, they will be looking for you. If you lock rain, they'll be looking for you. You see? So please, let's go a little bit more deeper into the Bible to go and. The author of the book is Holy Spirit. Don't just take all this preaching that they preach to you and say, then you just come with your own brain. Our brain is too small for this thing. Read on, my brother. That's not where I'm going.
And I will give unto thee the keys of the kingdom of heaven. And whatsoever thou shalt bind on earth shall be bound in heaven.
Did you hear that? Yes.
And whatsoever thou shalt loose on earth shall be loosed in heaven.
So if it is you that have this thing, how rich you think are you going to be? Very rich. Nobody can deny you. Put Eliamos with all of them together. They can't hear you. They can't hear you. This is power. Why are you not seeking for it? Why are you looking for nothing, this small thing that people are fighting for? Let's look for this big thing, man. Let's go for big thing. So that you can solve people's problem. And anyone you lock, only God will save them. All right,
then charged he his disciples that they should tell no man that he was Jesus the Christ.
Go ahead, verse 21.
From that time forth began Jesus.
I want to listen to this now. Yes.
To shew unto his disciples.
Yes.
How that he must go unto Jerusalem.
Listen now. He said he's showing to his disciple how he will go. Has he gone? So he said he is showing his disciple how he will go to Jerusalem and then go ahead
and suffer many things of the elders,
and suffer so many things of the elder
and the chief priests, and scribes, and be killed,
yes, go ahead,
and be raised again, the third day. Then Peter took him.
Now listen to me very careful. Speak in tongues for 1 minute before I say one thing. Just speak in tongues. Speak in tongues. You're going to get this thing now. Speak in tongues. 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 He has given you the key. You must get 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 the key. He has given you the key. You must get the key. He has given you the key. You must get the key. You must get the key. You must get the key. He has given you the key. You must get the key. He has given you the key. You must get the key. He has given you the key. You must get the key. He has given you the key. You must get the key. He has given you the key. You must get the key. He has given you the key. You must get the key. He has given you the key, and you must get the key. You got the key. You must get the key. You got 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 the key. Receive 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 the key. Thank you, my Father. In Jesus' mighty name, we have prayed. Listen now. He said, Son of Man will go to Jerusalem, and then this elder, this one, they will handle him, they will kill him, and on the third day, he will rise again. Then Peter said, no, it will not happen. So one day, the same angel that speak to Mary, and tell him, just the way Jesus is saying, showing this picture now, and tell him, Mary, you are going to be pregnant. Mary said, how can I be pregnant when I'm a virgin? He said, listen, don't worry. Look at the baby. He described Jesus to Mary. He described it so clear, so vividly to him. And he said, don't worry. The Holy Spirit will come upon you. His spirit, it will come upon you, and you will be pregnant. Then the angel left there and go and meet Zechariah, or maybe meet Zechariah first. And then he told Zechariah, you have been serving me. You are a good guy. You understand? Now, your wife, Zechariah said, no. How can that happen? So the angel has to shut Zechariah's mouth, because the angel has downloaded the picture of John, but Zechariah wants to abort it. Because with word, you can reconstruct anything. We construct with word, and we can also reconstruct with word. Are you with me? Yeah. So now, the only way to stop this guy is for him not to be able to talk. So the thing is in his stomach here, he's carrying it, he's carrying John. He can't say, no, John will not come. You can't say it. Because if you say he will not come, John will never come. So now, Jesus download that this guy are going to deal with me. I'm going to die, and I'm going to wake up on the third day. Peter said, it will not happen. See what Jesus did to him. The same thing he did to Zechariah, he has to do it to John. John that he just said, upon you, I will build my church, and the gate of hell shall not prevail. Peter is trying to abort that dream. It's not a dream, it's that reality. So the system of God is that in that supercomputer, inside the supercomputer, there are images of my reality and your reality. And when your spirit is moved and is released, then the reality drop in the physical. Did you get it? Okay. So Jesus has this thing in his stomach, or whatever it is. I'm going to die. I'm going to this person won't greet me. This one will want to beat me. So he told it to his disciple. Peter said, it will not happen. It has already happened. Peter said it will not happen. Say, Jesus know that this guy, I have to deal with this guy. If I don't stop this guy, it will stop this thing. So Jesus has to deal with Peter with love and say, Satan, get thee behind me. Immediately, Peter jump up to his frequency and say, oh, it will happen. Are you with me? Yes. See how easy your life is? This is how easy your life is. But your mindset is what is holding you now. The question is that, how can I also change my mindset? And that's why I say you will fast for 2 hours. 1 hour for you, 2 hours for 1 hour for the church. In the book of John, chapter 8, verse 12, Jesus said, I am the light of the world. And then somewhere again, he look at you and say, ye are the light of the world. When last have you ever tell yourself repeatedly that I am the light of the world? When have you ever sit down and say, our pastor always say he doesn't have insurance and he doesn't need insurance, and he's saying, this man, I've known him now almost 2 years, 3 years, or 4 years. This man keeps saying, I cannot be sick. Me, I'm going to see doctor every day. What is the problem? Why don't say, me too, I will say what this man is saying too. And you say it, and the computer system, that center system, that network system, hear it, and they say, oh, this man say he has joined pastor and I say he cannot be sick. Please, headache. No, I can't go there again. Diabetes. No, I can't go there again. He said, no. He said, can't you hear what he's saying? I cannot be sick. And then if he said, oh my God, I refuse to be sick. So I've said that for many years, and then I didn't get sick, but I didn't have money. And then I look say, if I say I cannot be sick and I'm not sick, why can't I also say I cannot be poor? I said, if I say I cannot be poor now, the church will say, maybe it's depending on church money. Then I remember Bishop Oyedepo could say, it doesn't matter whatever they say. I am the richest pastor in the world. So I came here too, I said, I cannot be poor. You remember, I'm still doing the same work. It's not that somebody now come, maybe it's bringing $1 million tithe, that's why pastor is now saying, no, even those who say they will leave the shop because of their tithe, we are still here. Are you getting me now? We are still here. I cannot be poor. In fact, I told you guys, we are going to take over the world. You remember that one now?
Yes, sir.
I've not said it for some time. I need to say it. The center system need to be hearing that network. Need to be hearing those things. Be hearing it. That's how God did it. That's how Jesus did it. That's how Ezekiel did it. That's how you are going to do it. This other system you are following doesn't work, my brother. Rise to your feet. You are going to speak to yourself now. You are going to say, I start this year well. I will finish well. I will finish strong. Come on, go ahead and talk. What? Is your spirit hearing what you are saying? Is it hearing what you're saying? I start where? I will finish where? I will finish where? I will finish where? I will finish where? I start 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 where? Start where? I will finish where? I will finish where? I am going to finish where this year? I'm finishing where this year? I'm finishing strong this year. I'm finishing strong this year. I'm finishing where? I'm finishing where? Finishing strong. Finishing strong. Finishing where? Finishing where? I'm finishing strong. Oh yes. Nothing can stop me. Nothing can stop me. I'm unstoppable. 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 Thank you, Heavenly Father. In Jesus' mighty name we are praying. Does anybody have any vision or any plan or any project for this year? Anybody? You have? Okay. Now you are going to speak. Have you seen that picture in your mind? Every time? Then remember the way I say, let the spirit move and then you release the code. It's like throwing the seed inside the ground. Release the code. Release the code. It is easy, it's natural. I've told you, I wrote my own dream in a piece of paper in Abuja. They got me out of that same. I did it in December 31st. By August, I'm already in Dubai. By August, in fact, by March, I already do interview, do everything. They say some people can't get visa. I say, I will get visa now. I'm already there. I'm already there. So I'm not. It's not praying. So I want to look at that picture. And you are going to address that picture. If you want to buy a mansion, I want to look at that mansion now. And you are going to say, this year I will accomplish you. I'm getting into you this year. You are happening this year. Come on, speak very well. Speak very well. Speak from your heart. Speak from your heart to it. Speak to that thing. You shall speak to a paper, you shall speak to a mountain, you shall speak to a tree, and they will obey you. You shall speak to it, they will obey you. You shall speak to it, they will obey you. Speak to that vision, speak to that dream, speak to it, speak to it. The world become flesh. 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 Thank you, my Father. In Jesus' mighty name we are praying. Still going into the supercomputer center. I want to look into that supercomputer center now. I want you to see your children in front of you, and you are going to prophesy into their life. You are going to say, my son, my daughter, you will rule the world. Come on, go ahead and prophesy into their life. My son, my daughter, you will rule the world. 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 Come on, speak. It doesn't matter wherever they are. Speak to them right now. Speak to them now. My son, my daughter, you will rule the world. You will rule the world. I say into your system. I say into your heart. Hear ye the word of the Lord. You will rule the world. You will be great. You will be great. You will serve God. The enemy will not have you, my son. The enemy will not have you, my daughter. I take control of your life now. I rescue you from the hand of the wicked. Thank you, Father. In Jesus' mighty name we are praying.